You like to take these? Careful, baby.
I've been painting a picture of a room inside my mind, and I think it's as dark as it is light. And this painted picture of a room inside my mind is where I go to rest, rewind, and hide. It's got walls and it's got windows, and the sun touches the ceiling. It's got blue creeks and willows, and I pretend that I'm healing in this room, in this room inside my mind. This paint box of colors in this room inside my mind, well, they all blend and not one color fights. So I take all these colors in this room inside my mind and make rainbows as tall as they are wide. In these walls and in these windows where the sun touches the ceiling, among blue creeks and willows, I paint people finding healing in this.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Well, we just got back from Tractor Supply. You guys probably saw me hooking up the trailer. I was hooking up the trailer because we really need like 10 or so cattle panels, and we also needed some other random supplies and this post hole digger for the tractor. We've got about 150 fence posts that need to be set, and when we got there, we got all the supplies, we got the post hole digger all taken care of, and when I asked them for 10 cattle panels, they said that they haven't had any for weeks. We got all these fence posts here that need to be set right along this driveway, and then it's going to go back that way about 100 feet and then all the way back up. So total it's going to be about 2 acres, and we got to get this done because the goats, we put them in a temporary pasture when we bought them, and they've chewed everything up, and it's pretty barren in there. And it's been one of those things that we've needed to get done for quite some time, but I've scoured Craigslist, I've scoured Marketplace, and I couldn't come up with a used post hole digger. So we had to bite the bullet and buy a brand new one, but it'll probably last forever, so good enough. But right now, we're going to take this post hole digger off the truck, see if we can get it hooked up to the tractor, fill it up with oil if it needs oil. I'm not sure. It didn't come in a box, it was already assembled, so maybe they put oil in it already for us. So we'll get that done and try her out.
Wow, the tailgate works.
I've been painting a picture of a room inside my mind, and I think it's as dark as it is light. And this painted picture of a room inside my mind is where I go to rest, rewind, and hide. It's got walls and it's got windows, and the sun touches the ceiling. It's got blue creeks and willows, and I pretend.
All right, so now that we got that taken care of, we got to tackle this pump. So this is, we got a roller pump on our PTO through the hoses, through the regulator and everything into this 55-gallon drum, which houses the water for watering this garden and that garden, because we don't have any way to get the hoses that far over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this off. So we will go over and fill this barrel up, take the pump off the tractor, and we'll drop this barrel somewhere right in there. And so that way we can at least use watering cans while we've got the post hole digger on. So we'll go take care of that right now, and we'll get that all off, and then we'll try and hook this new post hole digger up.
Healing in this room inside my mind.
Alright, so I've never hooked one of these up, so I'm sure that there's going to be an easier way, but when I get all done with it, we'll put a rope up around this boom pole to keep it lifted up so we won't have to do this all over again.
In this paint box of colors in this room inside my mind, well, they all blend and not one color fights. So I take all these colors in this room inside my mind and make rainbows as tall as they are wide. In these walls and in these windows where the sun touches the ceiling, among blue creeks and willows, I paint people finding healing in this room. In this room inside my mind. Someday I hope that my picture grows. Someday I hope everybody knows that in these walls and in these windows where the sun touches the ceiling, among blue creeks and willows, there are people finding healing in this room. In this room inside my mind. In this room inside my mind. In this room inside my mind. Picture grows. In this room inside my mind.
You gotta follow her.
Only thing I think that there's left to do is tighten these things up. I'm sure there's probably something else I'm missing, but there. Nothing left to do now but try it. So this is our first test hole here. We've got really rocky soil in here, so we're digging it, this test hole, close to where the fence line is going to be, just to see how it acts. I'm not super optimistic that this is going to be like the fix-all for this fence, but it's obviously a tool that's going to help us put this in a lot quicker. So let's see how it works. Well, that actually worked a lot better than I thought it was gonna. It was a little jumpy at first, but like I said, this is what's gonna be in about every hole, I would say, is big old rocks like that. And if it was a hydraulic one, then it would probably be a little bit different, but where it's running right off the PTO, it's pretty quick, and that is what it is. It'll work out. It'll take most of the back breaking labor out of it. We're gonna run this fence line, you can see right from the corner of that goat barn, right where Tilly or Tula, whichever one that is standing, and it's gonna go all the way towards the road, right up the driveway. As you can see, there's going to be quite a bit of cutting that we're going to have to do here. We'll probably end up having to rent a wood chipper and chip up all the limbs and trees that we cut down. We got to have that path right there wide enough for the tractor at least. We got to get in there and drill most of these holes with it. So should be fun. It's long overdue. The goats will be happy. In the few weeks that we've had them, they've eaten literally everything that they can reach. So they're ready. So we'll bring you along when we get this done. It'll be the next week, so we'll start cutting this all out, and after that we'll come in and drill all the holes and set all the poles and start pulling the fence up. Should be fun.